Hello, Jenny.
Hiya.
Hi, good morning. Lovely to meet you.
Hi, yeah, nice to see you.
Yeah, can you hear me okay?
I can, yeah. Sorry, I'm at work, so I'm in the garden, so it might be a bit
That's
muffled.
that's great. No, it's absolutely fine. So Jenny, thank you for joining me on this call. I wanted to just reach out to you just to congratulate you and just say well done. You've got through your online assessment center, you've got through your final interview. Congratulations, well done. How's it feel?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, good. Um, yeah, it was quite a rushed one for me, really. It was all quite quick, all kind of one after another, all the steps. So yeah, it feels a bit like it's still not quite happened, if you know what I mean.
So which force is it that you've succeeded in?
Gloucestershire Constabulary,
And which is it entry route for PC or detective?
DC detective.
DC. Oh wow. So gosh, how are you feeling after getting through that interview then? Because I believe it was quite a challenging one.
Yeah, it was difficult actually. It wasn't kind of what I was expecting at all, really.
Mm,
Like the scenario and stuff. But yeah, it was good that I got through because I really didn't think I was going to actually because I was quite taken by surprise with the scenario.
yeah. All right. Well, you got through it. Well done. And have they given you any indication of when your start date might be?
No, because I've still got all the vetting and stuff to go through.
Right. Okay. But
So
you've got through the
I
tough stuff.
yeah, so I've got like the medical and the fitness thing still to go. So I'm guessing after that is when they give the start date. I know it's September.
Mm-hmm.
The intake is September, but I have no idea what the actual kind of start date might be.
All right. Well, you're on track for it. You're on track for it. So yeah, well done again. Congratulations. So I
Yeah,
wanted
thank
to try
you.
and capture, if I could, Jenny, some testimonial from you. Just that we could possibly use in the future, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant, fantastic. So first of all, before you found us, how were you feeling about the whole process?
I wasn't very confident. I didn't I just didn't really know what to expect, like what to get. Kind of, I feel like if I'd gone in without it, I probably would have just gone in completely panicked because I'd have no idea what was coming.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, it really helped me to kind of actually prepare for what was expected of us, like in terms of interview questions and kind of just how everything was laid out and how it all worked, really.
brilliant, great. Um, so you worked with Andrea on the online
Yeah,
assessment center. How did you find that process of working with Andrea on the online assessment center preparation?
yeah. Oh, she's brilliant. She was obviously the first online assessment center. I think I had a call with you about 3 days before. I
Hmm.
actually had to do the online assessment center, and she managed to find time like immediately to do a one-to-one with me and stuff. So she was really helpful. Yeah, she kind of went above and beyond with that, really.
Oh, it's great to hear. Excellent. And so, how did you feel going into the online assessment center with her support?
A lot better. Obviously, it was such a quick turnaround. Like, I'm sure I probably didn't get as good a result as I could have done had I had like a bit more time.
Hmm.
But yes, it definitely helped me with that.
Great. And what do you think would have happened if you'd not had that support?
I don't know. I might have scraped past, but I wouldn't have felt confident doing it. It would have been, yeah, it would have been messy. But I think it definitely, yeah, it definitely helped.
Brilliant. Awesome. Great. And what would you say was the one thing that Andrea did to support you that made the difference?
One thing I don't know about one thing. She was, yeah, very supportive. I can't put it into one thing.
Right. Okay, good. Brilliant. And then you had the final interview. Was that quite a tight turnaround?
Yeah, yeah, it was quite a tight turnaround. Um,
Yes.
like a couple of weeks, I think.
Hmm.
Um, so I used a lot of this kind of prep that I'd done for the online assessment with the interview stuff, and then obviously worked on it a bit more.
Yeah.
And then watched a load of the webinars, the Facebook ones. Um, like Raj did quite a few, and Andrea. Um, so I kind of watched back old ones because I didn't have time to sit through the new ones, if you know what I mean, because they were once a week and just the turnaround was too quick. So all the old ones were really helpful.
Yeah. All right. Great. And so it's very different, though, isn't it? The final interviews to the online assessment centre in terms of
Yeah.
the sort of questions you're going to get. And did they give you a scenario for Gloucestershire?
They did a detective scenario. Like, is that what you mean? Oh, you mean scenario question in the interview?
Yeah.
Yeah, they had like 2 rear-facing questions, 2 scenario kind of forward-facing questions in the actual interview bit, and then the detective assessment as well.
Yeah. So how did you find all of that?
Scary. It was, yeah, it was good. I think the thing I would kind of have said to myself beforehand, if I'd known it, was that like I was kind of going off the online assessment centre style, where I was just trying to talk for the full 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Whereas actually in the interview, you can kind of answer the question and then stop, and they'll ask you a follow-up question, and then you can kind of go again. So I was rambling a little bit, kind of like I would in the online assessment, trying to talk for the whole time. And I think it would have been a lot better had I kind of realised that I could kind of pause and get some follow-up questions and make it all flow a bit better.
Yeah. Thing is, though, some forces don't do follow-up questions.
Yeah, I know. I think that's the problem, isn't it? It's like they're all so different in their own. Like that's the only thing I would have like said to another Gloucestershire candidate, if you know what I mean. So it's like if you do kind of freeze up or panic, like they have a lot of follow-up questions, and they kind of help you through it with that.
Yeah. Right. Great. And how did you find Andrea's support then for the final interview?
Yes, she was brilliant. Again, she managed to like fit me in for as much as she could in such a short amount of time. So yeah, she was really helpful.
Awesome. And what really stood out for you then in terms of the support that she provided?
She always kind of remembered everything. Like, so if we had a couple of separate one-to-ones, she'd always have all the notes and everything. Like, even if I was a bit kind of flustered with where we'd been, she'd know exactly what we'd been through the week before, where we needed to like pick back up from, and like what kind of steps were next and things. She was very kind of on top of, and she'd remembered everything, all the stories that I'd told about the questions and answers. She always remembered them all. So that was really, yeah, it was nice. It was good.
Yeah. All right. I love that. That's great. Lovely to hear. So how did you, having had the preparation and support from Andrea and from Raj and all the material provided for you, what difference do you feel that made in terms of your final interview and your approach to it?
Well, I mean, it was the difference between a pass and a fail, really. I don't think I would have passed it at all without all the help. And it was confidence as well, because if you were kind of going in without it, if I had gone in without it, I wouldn't have been confident at all. And even if I had kind of content in my head to answer, I probably would have stumbled, because I just wouldn't have been able to structure it as well as I had with all the preparation.
Oh, awesome. Great. That's one of the things about the assessment process, is that often we've found over the years that people who would make awesome police officers often stumble in the interview, especially because they don't know what to expect, or they're not quite sure how to structure things, or not quite sure what the interviewer was looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that you're not on your own there.
Yeah.
You're definitely on your own.
I think it's usually the people who care most about doing the job that panic the most in the interviews and stuff, isn't it? It's the people that kind of, yeah. But
yeah, when it means so much to them.
yeah,
Clearly,
exactly. Yeah.
clearly in your case it does. Yeah. All right, it's great to hear. Oh, it's so good to hear that Andrea's support made that difference for
Yeah.
you. So, what are you looking forward to now, Jenny?
Well, just kind of hearing back from everything else, making sure it all goes through. Obviously, it's kind of hard, isn't it, to get to this point and then find out you failed for something out of your control, like vetting or kind of medical history or something. So just, yeah, I'm just kind of looking forward to all that being over and done with. I know one way or another, really.
Yeah, get that start date locked in, hopefully.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that would be
yeah,
a nice weight off the shoulders, I think.
yeah. And then the adventure really starts. Brilliant.
Yeah.
All right. So, thank you so far for your questions and the answers. I suppose what I'd love to hear from you now is, Jenny, what would you say your message would be to anyone who might be sat there at the moment? Maybe they're in the Bluelight Facebook group, they've seen some of our Trustpilot reviews, and they're thinking, should I book this call in with one of Bluelight's career coaches to see whether this would be a good fit for me or not? What would be your message to them?
I think it's definitely worth it. I think maybe for a lot of people, it might be kind of, if they've already failed once, with any of the stages, that would be the time, I think, that they really need to kind of consider doing it. But yeah, for a lot of people, I think if they've already failed and it's what they really want to do, I think that's when they need to really consider doing it.
Yeah, great. And in terms of an investment, value for money?
Yeah.
Can I share a little secret with you? We say no to a lot of people.
Really? On the discovery calls?
Yeah, yeah. We don't accept everyone. We do say no to people on those discovery calls. One, if we feel as though they're not a good fit to be a police officer, we say no. Two, if we feel as though they're not going to put the work in, clearly you have. If there's any indication that they're not going to work hard, then we say no. Or if we just think they're not an appropriate character to work with, we'll say no.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
There's actually someone who, got through a discovery call, and then when it came to the first coaching session, it was with me actually over this weekend. Halfway through it, I stopped it because he expected that I was just going to give him the answers to everything, and it wasn't going to have to work hard. And we'd made it really clear that we'll show you the way, but you've got to do the hard work. I mean, you've done the hard
Yeah.
work. You've done it. You've done the hard work, and it's paid off. It's paid dividends. So
Yeah.
he's been removed already from the academy, and we're not going to work with him. We're not here just to give you answers. We're here to show
Well,
you the
you
way.
can't really. You can't. Yeah,
Doesn't
you
work
need
like that, does it?
Yeah, it's such a personal thing, isn't it? You can't just it's not yes or no's and tick boxes.
No, it's not. It really is personal, and you've demonstrated that you've done the hard work. Andrea said, you worked hard. You worked hard at this.
Yeah.
So yeah, not everyone gets accepted. We are not an open. I think I might have said something like, just because you've got a pulse and you're breathing, doesn't mean to say that we're going to offer you this service. This is what the point of the discovery call is to see whether you genuinely be a good fit for the Bluelight Academy. And so for that reason, Andrea does not work full time. Raj does not work full time. I do. It's my business. But as coaches, they've got this. They rely on us to make sure they get good candidates to work with who they're going to enjoy working with. And Andrea enjoyed working with you. She said as much. She loved working with you. So no, it's not like a massive number of people. And you've seen on the webinars. I mean, what was the maximum number of people you saw on one of the final interview webinars?
Oh God, I don't know, about 6 or something maximum.
Yeah. That's it, about 6.
But I didn't watch all of them, but yeah, it was average. Yeah.
Yeah. So, if we took everyone, then it'd be more than 6. It'd be 20, 30, something like that.
Yeah.
But we don't. No. So please be reassured, Jenny, that you did go through an application process, and we do say no to people. We only want to work with people who demonstrate the sort of attitude that you demonstrated, that you want to work hard for this. You don't expect things to be handed to you on a silver platter. You've done the planning, you've done the preparation, you've done the practice, you've done the reps. You've demonstrated that you deserve this. All we've done is we've shown you the way. We've shown you what you need to do to prepare, and it's paid off. Yeah. So how do you feel about that?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I did work hard because obviously I was working kind of 2 jobs alongside as well, so finding time and stuff was quite intense. But I'm really glad that I did kind of put every minute I had into it. It is.
Yeah. And what we focus on is making sure that what you practice is going to pay off, as opposed to I practice a bit of this, a bit of this, a bit of this, a bit of this, and not really knowing what to practice or prepare for, or how to prepare for it. So that's what we do. That's what we do. And trust me, Andrew's busy, but she's not as busy as you think she might be. Yeah. Awesome. Well, listen, Jenny, is there anything else you want to add or ask, or?
Only thing. So say I do fail my vetting or my medical, or if I did want to like kind of apply to a different course, because obviously if you fail in one, sometimes you can still pass another, can't you? Will I still have access? Because obviously I'd have to do another final interview, wouldn't I? If I reapplied to another course, would I still have access to the old webinars if I needed them to kind of refresh? Yeah. Okay. I didn't know if
definitely.
it was like,
Yeah. Oh no, you'll definitely have that support always. And if you just want to have a chat with us about, look, I'm really stuck with something, you just reach out to us. If you're stuck on something to do with vetting or fitness or medical, no, we're not doctors. We can't give you medical advice, but we do have people who are experienced and qualified to give you vetting advice. We do have people who can give you some fitness guidance. We've got access to people as part of our team, extended team, who can give that sort of guidance and support. So you don't just think that, oh, you've gone through the interview now, that's it. The support is available for you. You're part of our cadre now. And if once you're in the police, the support is there. We've got an alumni group that you can ask to join. And if you're stuck on anything at all and you feel as though you can't find the support in force, reach out to us. Reach out to us. I get people reaching out to me from who I last heard from like a decade ago. And I love to hear from them. And, stuck with anything and you're not sure who to turn to, come to us. You're part of our cadre now. You're part of the Bluelight cadre. Stuck with us forever. I'm afraid, Jenny. Stuck with us forever.
Good.
Yeah, good. So it's not like goodbye. This isn't a goodbye. This is just well, thanks. It's lovely to chat with you, and I look forward to seeing you on one of our webinars in the future. Things like once you're in the police and you've got your initial training out of the way, you might be thinking about specialist positions or promotion or anything like that. We've got the webinars there for you. The support is there for you. And if at some point you think, I'd love to jump on and get some more intense one-to-one, great, we're here for you. But also, if you think, actually, I just want a little bit of guidance, support of Brendan on some of the webinars, or maybe Raj or Andrea or anyone else on my team, then that's equally as brilliant. It's equally as great. We'd love to support you further, whether it's through one of our academy programs or just attending our free webinars. Either way, Jenny, we'll be over the moon to help support you all the way through your career. So definitely reach out to us. Don't think you're bothering us or anything like that. We're there for you all the way. There for you all the way.
That's great.
All right, well, Jenny, let us know when you get your start date. And Jenny, lovely to see you again. And I will see you again. I'll see you again at some point in the future. Thanks for joining me today. Take care. Bye-bye.